The first question we have said that we should solve the equation x plus y is equal to 3. At the same time, 3x minus y is equal to 1. That makes it simultaneous equation because there are two equations that are happening at the same time. Now, initially I told you that there are three approaches to simultaneous equation. Number one is the elimination method. Number two is the substitution method. Number three is the graphical method. We are going to use these three methods to solve this particular question. At the end of each we discover that we are going to get the same answer. First of all, we are going to use elimination and substitution method, which we are going to solve on this whiteboard. Then the graphical method, we have to go down on our reading table to plot the graph on our graph paper. So first of all, let's talk of elimination method. Elimination method. Bring down the equations. The equation is x plus y is equal to 3. The first equation. The second equation is 3x minus y is equal to 1. That is the second equation. The first thing you do is try to make the coefficient of the first unknowns the same thing. As you have x plus y, make it 3x plus y, or make this x 3x. And what are you going to do to be able to do that? Multiply the second equation or the first equation by the coefficient of x in the second equation. This is the second equation, and the coefficient of x to the second equation is 3. Use 3 to multiply the whole of equation 1. And use the coefficient of x in the first equation to multiply the whole of equation 2. You know that the coefficient of x here is 1. So when you do that, first equation becomes 3 times x will give you 3x. 3 times y will give you plus 3y. Is equal to 3 times 3 will give you 9. So this becomes the next nature of equation 1. Equation 2, 1 times anything is that thing. So bring down 3x minus y is equal to 1. So equation 2 is still what it was initially. What we did in equation 1 to become this, we did not change the value of equation 1. We only changed its form. Now at this level, what we're going to do is subtract equation 2 from equation 1. Just put the sign of subtraction. 9 minus 1 will give you 8. 3y minus minus will give you plus. So we have 3y plus y will give you plus 4y. Now 3x minus 3x to cancel itself. So you now have 4y is equal to 8. If 4y is 8, that means that is 4y is equal to 8. If you divide both sides by 4, so as to eliminate 4 from as the coefficient of y in the left hand side of the equation, you will leave with only y in the left hand side, and in the right hand side you have 8 divided by 4. And 8 divided by 4 is 2. That means the value of y is 2. Now that you have discovered the value of y to be 2, use the value 2 for y in any of the equations, either equation 1 or equation 2, so as to find the value of x. Let's pick equation 1. Equation 1 says x plus y is equal to 3. X plus y is equal to 3. But we have discovered that y is 2. That means anywhere you have y, substitute it with 2. So you are going to have, instead of x plus y, you have x plus 2 is equal to 3. Subtract 2 from both sides so as to remove 2 from the left hand side. you'll be having x only in the left hand side, and it's going to be 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. That means x is equal to 1. That means the solution to those on that equation becomes x is equal to 1 while y is equal to 2. We have solved this equation using elimination method. Now we are going to use the substitution method. Substitution method. Remember when we solved with elimination method, we got that x is equal to 1 while y is equal to 2. Bear it in mind. When we finish solving with substitution method, we're going to get the same thing, that x is 1 while y is 2. So in substitution method, what we're going to do is bring down the equations. The equations are x plus y is equal to 3. The second equation is 3x minus y is equal to 1. This is equation 1, and this is equation 2. Now make either x or y the subject of the formula from equation 1 or equation 2. Let's choose equation 1. So in equation 1, make x the subject of the formula. Bring out the equation 1. We have x plus y is equal to 3. That means x is equal to 3 minus y. Subtracting y from both sides of the equation so as to eliminate y from the left hand side of the equation. Now that you have x is equal to 3 minus y, substitute 3 minus y for x in equation 2. 3x minus y is equal to 3. So wherever you see x, put 3 minus y. So it will give us 3 into 3 minus y. Then minus y is equal to 3, completing the equation. Now remove brackets. 3 times 3 will give you 9. 3 times minus y will give you minus 3y. Then minus y is equal to 3. Minus 3y minus y will give you 9 minus 4y. Because minus 3y minus y is minus 4y. Is equal to 3. Subtract 9 from both sides of the equation. No, this is equal to 1, 1, 1, 1. Remember, 3x minus y is equal to 1, not 3. It was a mistake. Okay? Now subtract 9 from both sides of the equation. You'll be left with minus 4y only in the left hand side, and it's going to be equal to 1 minus 9. 1 minus 9 is 8. That is minus 8, because 1 minus 9, whatever value you have by subtracting 1 from 9 will be a negative. So we have minus 8. Divide both sides. Remember, it is minus 4y that is equal to minus 8. Divide both sides by minus 4 so as to eliminate minus 4 from the coefficient of y in the left hand side. When you do that, you'll be left with only y in the left hand side of the equation. It's going to be equal to minus 8 all over minus 4. Minus can cancel minus, 4 can cancel itself and cancel 8 to give you 2. That means y is equal to 2. Remember, in our elimination method, we got that y is equal to 2. And we are repeating that y is equal to 2. Substitute the value 2 for y in any of the equations, either equation 1 or equation 2, so as to get the value of x. Let's pick equation 1. Equation 1 says that x plus y is equal to 3. But we have calculated that y is 2. That means wherever you see y, put 2. We are going to have x plus 2 is equal to 3. Subtract 2 from both sides so as to remove 2 from the left hand side. We left with only x in the left hand side, and it's going to be equal to 3 minus 2. And 3 minus 2 is 1, which is the value of x. That means the solution to that question is x is equal to 1, while y is equal to 2. And that was exactly what we got when we used the elimination method in solving the same equation. You can see that we have used the substitution method and we got the same answer, that x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 2. Question we have says that we should solve the equation y is equal to x plus 1 and x plus y is equal to 3. Substitution method first. Substitution method. Bring down the equation. The equation says y is equal to x plus 1, while x plus y is equal to 3. This is equation 1 and this is equation 2. First of all, rearrange the first equation. Take x to the left hand side, so I have only 1 in the right hand side of the equation. It's going to give you y minus x. Remember that when plus x is leaving the right hand side of the equation to the left hand side, you change to minus x. It's now equal to 1. Then x plus y is equal to 3. So this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Now we are in substitution now. Remember the first way we did the elimination first before substitution. Now let's do substitution first before we do elimination. But in the two methods we're going to use now, you will discover that we're going to get the same answer. That is the essence of using both of the equations, or both of the methods. Okay, substitution. Make y the subject formula in the first equation. You're going to have, first equation is y minus x is equal to 1. That means y is going to be equal to 1 plus x. Remember, when minus x is leaving the left hand side of the equation and coming to the right hand side, you change to plus x. Now that you have that y is 1 plus x, substitute 1 plus x for y in the second equation. Second equation is x plus y is equal to 3. X plus y is equal to 3 is our second equation. That is also what you have here. X plus y is equal to 3. That means wherever you see y, substitute it to 1 plus x. You are going to have x plus 1 plus x is now equal to 3. I substituted 1 plus x for the value of y in the second equation to get x plus bracket in opens 1 plus x bracket closes is equal to 3. Now remove the bracket. You have x. You have plus 1 plus x is equal to 3. X plus x will give you 2x. So you have 2x plus 1 is equal to 3. Subtract 1 from both sides so as to remove plus 1 from the left hand side of the equation. You will be left with 2x is equal to 3 minus 1. And 2x is going to be equal to 4 because 2. Because 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. Divide both sides by 2. You're going to have that x is equal to 2 divided by 2. And 2 divided by 2 is 1. That means your x has a value of 1. Now substitute is equal to 1 in any of the equations, either equation 1 or equation 2, so as to find the value of y. When you do so, you are going to find out that, let's take equation 1. Equation 1 says that y is equal to x plus 1. Whenever you see x, put 1. So we have that y is equal to 1 plus 1. And 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So we are also having that x is equal to 1 while y is equal to 2. Substitution method that we just finished now. So let's solve the same question with elimination method. Elimination method. Bring the equation y is equal to x plus 1. Then x plus y is equal to 3. Rearrange the first equation. The first equation will become y minus x is equal to 1 plus x. Coming to the left hand side, we change to minus x. This will give equation 1. Equation 2 will be x plus y is equal to 3. This is equation 2. Write equation 2 in such a way that y will be the beginning, while x will be inside. So we are going to have equation 1 is y minus x is equal to 1. That is equation 1. Equation 2 will now be y, instead of x plus y, you have y plus x is equal to 3. That is equation 2. Now that the coefficient of y in both equations are the same thing, no need of multiplying out the whole equations with anything to be able to make the coefficient of the first unknowns the same. So in this case now, the next thing you do now is subtract equation 1 from equation 2. You have 1 minus 3 will give you minus 3. You have minus 3. Sorry, 1 minus 3 will give you minus 2. You have minus 2. Minus x minus plus x. It will mean minus x minus x. It will give you minus 2x equal to minus 2x. Then y minus y. Y we cancel y. So our equation now becomes minus 2x is equal to minus 2. Divide both sides by x. Sorry, by minus 2. So as to eliminate minus 2, that is the coefficient of x here. When you do that, you'll be left with only x in the left hand side of the equation, and it's going to be equal to minus 2 all over minus 2. Minus will cancel minus, and 2 will cancel 2 to give you 1. That means x is equal to 1. Then substitute x is equal to 1 in any of the equations. Let's say in equation 1. In equation 1 we have y is equal to x plus 1. Wherever you see x, substitute it to 1. So we now have y is equal to 1 plus 1, which will give you y is equal to 2. That means the solution to the equations are x is equal to 1 while y is equal to 2. That was exactly the values we got for x and y when we used the substitution method. Our next question says, solve the equation 2a plus 2b is equal to 14, while 5a minus 2b is equal to the same 14. Let's take elimination method first. Elimination method. In elimination methods, bring down the two equations. 2a plus 2b is equal to 14. Likewise, 5a minus 2b is the same 14. So what I'm going to do in the elimination method is make the coefficient of a in both equations to be the same thing. In trying to do that, you multiply equation 1. Remember, this is equation 1, while this is equation 2. Multiply equation 1 by the coefficient of a in equation 2, which is 5, times 5. Then multiply equation 2 by the coefficient of a in equation 1, which is 2. 5 times 2a will give you 10a. 5 times 2b will give you plus 10b. Is equal to 5 times 14 will give you 70. That is 5 times 4 is 20. Write 2 and raise 1. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 2 will give you 7. 2 times 5a will give you 10a. This is a. 2 times minus 2b will give you minus 4b. Is equal to 2 times 14 will give you 28. Now subtract equation 2. Remember, this is equation 1 now, and this is equation 2. Subtract equation 2 from equation 1. 10a minus 10a. They will cancel themselves. 10b minus minus means plus. So you have 10b plus 4b will give you 14b. It's now equal to 70 minus 28. 10 minus 8 is 2. This will remain 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. So we have 14b is equal to 42. Divide both sides by b. If you divide both sides by 14 so as to eliminate 14 from in front of b in the left hand side. When you do so, you will left only b in the left hand side of the equation, and it's going to be equal to 42 all over 14. 42 divided by 14, use your calculator. 42 divided by 14 is 3. So we have that b is equal to 3. Now that I have found the value of b, now find the value of a by substituting 3 for the value of b in any of the equations. Let's take equation 1. Equation 1 we have 2a plus 2b is equal to 14. But we have found that b is 3. So wherever you see b in the equation, put 3. It's going to give us 2a plus 2 times 3 instead of 2b. It's now equal to 14. We have 2a plus 2 times 3 is 6. Is equal to 14. Now subtract 6 from both sides of the equation so as to eliminate 6 from the left hand side. If you do that, you have only 2a in the left hand side of the equation, and it's going to be equal to 14 minus 6. That means 2a is equal to, subtract 6 from 14, you have 8 left. Divide both sides by 2. If you do so, you have only a in the left hand side, is going to be equal to 8 divided by 4 by 2. And 8 divided by 2 is 4. That means in the equation b is equal to 3 while a is equal to 4. We are going to do the substitution method, and when we do so, you are going to discover that as we found that the value of b is 3 and the value of a is 4, When we use the other methods, we are going to get the same answer. We got A to be 4 and B to be 3 when we use the elimination method. So let's use the substitution method. In the substitution method, bring down the equations. The equations are 2a plus 2b is equal to 14. Equation 2 says 5a minus 2b is the same 14. Equation 1, and this is equation 2. Now in substitution, bring out the first equation. 2a plus 2b is equal to 14. Now try to make one of the unknowns the subject formula. Subtract minus b from both sides so as to eliminate minus b from the left hand side. When you do so, you have only 2a in the left hand side of the equation, and it's going to be equal to 14 minus 2b. Divide both sides by 2 so as to have only a in the left hand side. When you divide both sides by 2, you have only a in the left hand side, and in the right hand side you have 14 minus 2b all over 2. Now you are going to substitute 14 minus 2b all over 2 as the value of a in equation 2. Equation 2 is 5a minus 2b is equal to 14. Equation 2. 5a minus 2b is equal to 14. But we have discovered that a is 14 minus 2b all over 2. So wherever you see a, put 14 minus 2b all over 2. So we are going to have 5 into 14 minus 2b all over 2, which is substituting a. Then minus 2b, this minus 2b is equal to 14. Now remove the bracket. What this means is 5 times 14. 5 times 14 is 70. So we have 70. 5 times minus 2b will give you minus 10b all over 2. Minus 2b all over 1. I wrote 2b in fraction form is equal to 14. Simplify the left hand side of the equation. Find the addition of 2 and 1. Addition of 2 and 1 is 2. 2 divides 2 is 1. 1 times 70 minus 10b will give you 70 minus 10b. Bring the sign of subtraction. 1 divides 2 will give you 2. 2 times 2b will give you 4b. Is equal to 14. Remember, 14 means 14 over 1 in fraction form. At this level, you can cross multiply. 70 minus 10b minus 4b times 1 will give you 70 minus 10b minus 4b. It's going to be equal to 2 times 14 will give you 28. Minus 10b minus 4b will give you 70 minus 14b, and it's going to be equal to 28. Move 70 from the left hand side of the equation to the right hand side to change to minus. You'll be left with only minus 14b here in the left hand side. It's going to be equal to 28 minus 70 plus 70, leaving the left hand side of the equation, coming to the right hand side, we change to minus 70. Subtract 7 from 28. Whatever you have in subtracting 70 from 28 will be a minus. 70 minus 28 is 42. So we have 42. Remember, minus 14b is equal to 42. Divide both sides by minus 14. So as to remove minus 14 as the coefficient of b in the left hand side, you will be left with only b in the left hand side, and it's going to give you minus 42. Minus 42 divided by minus 14. That will give you the value of b to be 42 divided by 14 should be 3. 3. So the value of b is 3. Remember, when we used elimination method, we got the same answer that the value of b is 3. So let's substitute b is equal to 3 in the first equation to get the value of a. First equation says 2a plus 2b is equal to 14. We have gotten the value of b to be 3. Wherever you see b, you put 3. So 2a plus 2 times 3 is equal to 14. We have substituted the value of b to be 3 in the equation. That was why we now got, instead of 2a plus 2b, we got 2a plus 2 times b, 2 times 3, because 3 is the value of b. Let's go ahead. We have 2a plus 2 times 3 is 6, is equal to 14. Take plus 6 from the left hand side to the right hand side to change to minus. You'll be left with only 2a in the left hand side of the equation, and it's going to be 14 minus 6. That means 2a is equal to 14 minus 6 is 8. If you divide both sides by 2, you'll be left with only a in the left hand side, and it will give you 8 divided by 2. And 8 divided by 2, 4, becomes the value of a. You can now see that we have that the value of a is 4, while the value of b is 3. Exactly the way we had it in the first method we used. That was the elimination method.